Hello, beautiful souls. This is Stacie Overman, your spiritual guide and co-creator in change. If this is your first video that you're watching since you've joined the group, I want to warmly welcome you to the Spiritual Awakening for Survivors group. We are growing like crazy, actually. We just bypassed, 1,500? So very exciting to see each and every one of you coming here that are like-minded thinking and coming here and had experiences like near-death experiences or seeing angels or things like that. Well, tonight I have a special guest that I want to introduce to you all, and her name is Pennie. And she has actually enrolled into my 9-week program. For those of you that heard some of my videos earlier, I mentioned that it was an 8-week program and that we were launching it for the first time, and we've come now to know that it's more of a 9-week program. And Pennie's enrolled in the program, and I wanted her to share a little bit of her story. So give me just a second to scroll through here and get her to join us in the video. Bear with me here. Invite. I think that's working. All right. And the noises that you probably hear in the background are my dogs, so please forgive me. There she is. Hi, Pennie.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the Spiritual Awakening for the Survivors group. I'm so excited to have you. I did mention that you're enrolled in the 9-week program called Spiritual Awakening for the New You.
I am.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about what you were having troubles with, or what caused you to even consider figuring out if the 9-week program was a good fit for you.
Well, for me, like I've said before, even I was actually born sensitive, semi-awakened, so throughout my life, I've experienced a lot of things and it doesn't matter if you had a near-death experience or you've been born sensitive or you're not sensitive and you want to be, when you start opening that door, you're going to start experiencing things, and you don't really understand, until you meet somebody who is completely awakened and tapped in, you end up with a lot of questions, sometimes fears that don't need to be. You may not, and for me, it's like even not even understanding what my sole purpose was, because I keep thinking, my dream job is out there, but what is it? It's like, and why don't I know that? I should know what I want to do with my life, and I was like, why don't I?
And so many of us get to be old age and we think, I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yes, and for me, I have so many abilities. I have several abilities that are running just unchecked. I wasn't sure how to keep them harnessed or controlled so that they weren't bothering me at inappropriate times or allowing me to sleep, or just, in general, just that are the best described as they were running amok, and sometimes that's draining and it can be frustrating. And I'm very empathic, so I kept feeling like tons of emotions that weren't mine, and that's overwhelming to be feeling. You already have your own emotions, but feeling everybody else's to the degree that they feel it, and their pain like they feel it. I started getting headaches that weren't mine, migraines that probably weren't mine, just a host of things. I was just like, wait a minute, I don't think that's me. So, all of a sudden one day I saw your page, for survivors, and I was like, I'd always been fascinated by near-death experiences, because I've had a lot of close calls, and I've had what I think is an out-of-body experience, and again, questions of why, how did that happen? And I just started listening to people and realizing wow, there's a lot of people out there that they feel they're having some of the same things, and they don't know how to fix it. They don't know how to control it. They might be scared of it. And there's really, I'm in the program, it started in June, and I'm already seeing huge, just amazing results.
I'm so excited. And what week are you in so far? Where are you in the program?
I'm probably starting the 3rd week. I'm at the very end of the 2nd, which is deep soul healing. And so it's just, that's just it too, the healing that I didn't know I needed, I'm getting. So it's an amazing experience for me.
That is awesome. And it's funny because a lot of us are like, well, I'm seeing angels, or I'm seeing loved ones on the other side, and
Mm-hmm.
or I'm seeing people that I have no idea who they
Mm-hmm.
are or what they're doing. And that can be really frightening to a lot of us. And like you said, can keep you
Mm-hmm.
up at night. And how do you deal with that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
in the week one, you learn tips and techniques of how to
Mm-hmm.
navigate and how to turn things down a little bit so that you can
Yeah.
sleep. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, and even and for me, I've always heard about chakras, but not really understood what a vital, huge part they play in your everyday health and the way your abilities even work and how they function. And in the second week we start working in chakras, and I just wow, am
Wow.
blown away. I am blown away by like how much work mine needed and the peace and the healing. I mean, literally, I can feel the healing that's happening, and like pains that I've had for months, if not years, are lessening, and some of them are gone. And I don't want to
Wow.
say that's normal for everybody, but I just keep thinking that most of mine were just like there's like a lot of things that happen to you throughout your life, and we hold on to it, and I think the chakras remember it.
They
And so I'm
do.
working a lot on like keeping them clean and running, and that's something you can learn through Stacie's program is
That's awesome.
you have chakras, and keeping them working and functioning is vital to how
Yes.
you feel. So yeah, I just could not recommend more to anybody that this is something we all need. I didn't know
Right.
how much I needed it until like, especially when I got into the healing section, how much I really needed this.
Oh, I'm so excited for you because I am seeing
Yeah.
transformational changes in
Huge.
you.
Yeah.
And we share each week in a live broadcast where we come together as what I call circle time. And
Mm-hmm.
so each Wednesday evening, in fact, we just got off that call. All
Mm-hmm.
of the people enrolled in the group, we come together because we get to share and we're experiencing in the program together. And so we can share like, gosh, did this happen to you? It's happened to me. What helped you? What helped me? And we get to share. And a lot of times
Mm-hmm.
when we're on this journey, we don't have anyone to share with. And the great thing is we also have a private Facebook group
Mm-hmm.
where we can also get to know the group members and connect and pair up for study partners as we go further along in the program. And I'm just seeing not only in you, but everyone that's enrolled in the program. We hear wins each week, and
Mm-hmm.
I've just been so impressed at even the knowledge that you had, Penny,
Mm-hmm.
being sensitive and knowing about your awakeness since you can remember.
Mm-hmm.
You even
Yeah.
brought things to the table that's helped other people as well, which I just love
Mm-hmm.
that because it's interactive. You do get to watch them and go on your own pace with these
Mm-hmm.
videos and rewatch them if you want to. But then we come together. So this program's a
Mm-hmm.
little bit different than just buying a small program where you take the videos and you work on your own and you don't really have anyone to communicate with. This is a great way that we can come together and bounce ideas off of each other, or
Mm-hmm.
being sensitive and me being a psychic medium, sometimes I can tap in and actually see what someone
Yeah.
in the program needs help. Like you and I had a call,
Yeah.
a while back. And you can't do
Yeah.
that with every program that's out
Mm-mm.
there.
And we're a close knit group. I mean, these girls and gentlemen. I mean, it's just we're getting closer and closer, and we have each other's backs. There's no judgment, and it's great to know that somebody else is experiencing some of the same things, and some people have experienced things that others haven't, and some of us have, and so it's really nice to have a full round circle.
That's
Of people that are going to understand you, not judge you, and can help explain something. Be like, yeah, that happens to me all the time. you
right.
know and even throughout the
And
program, just knowing, like, seeing where they're at. Like, I'm most excited for people actually who haven't been sensitive their whole lives. Like, they're actually my favorite, because I'm just like,
uh-huh.
wow. Because I mean, I've had 39 years of experiences. When people are like, well, what have you experienced? I'm like, do you have a couple days to talk about it?
What
I mean,
haven't I experienced?
and that's fine, but still, even having that sensitivity, I'm not perfect. and I
Right.
haven't perfected in all, in 39. Actually, it's funny I'm saying 39 because my birthday isn't until Friday.
Oh,
38
happy
years.
birthday. Happy
That, yeah,
birthday.
yeah,
All week you get to celebrate.
yeah. I can't believe I'm calling myself older than I am. I'm technically 38 for 2 more days. But so, I
Oh,
mean, I still have so much I'm
wow.
working on. And now I'm actually, like through the program, it's helping me like see like, oh, now I know how to fix that. Or I understand what that means. Like, sometimes
Yeah.
it was the not understanding, and one of the things you'll learn is that, each of us, anybody who's listening, you have a spirit team who's working round the clock for you, just
Mhm.
in an amazing way. And Stacie's program will help you. You'll get introduced to that team eventually. I mean, what you
Yes.
put into it, you'll get out. And, I'm meeting parts of my team that I didn't know were there before. And I didn't realize how big it was. I thought maybe there was one or two. I thought I had a guide and one angel. Oh no. I know I have at least 11, and some people can have 20 or 30, but I know I have at least 11 people,
Yeah.
energies that are working with me and wanting me to succeed,
That's
and
awesome.
I even meditated before starting the call earlier, and I actually got a
Uh-huh.
little lovely message, that they thought I should share today, and it's something,
Oh,
that we've
really?
talked about, but like the angels
Exciting.
really just wanted, people to know that, the angels, they're here with you every day. And whether you want to call the source God or the light or whatever supreme being that there is that he knows your every minute, your every step. And everything that you see has already been planned out. And I took for granted that every bird, butterfly and perfect flower that I saw was actually there for me. And it was already planned that it was going to be there for me. And that I was
Oh,
going to see numbers and people, all in divine order that was meant to be. And they just want you to know that like all of that has been planned out from them trying to let you know that you're not alone. And they keep telling me, sometimes they refer to us as dear one or loved one for me, and they kept saying like, dear one, you are not alone, you are loved more than you can imagine, and that we're here for you and we're working for you, and we're always giving you signs that you're not alone and how loved you are. And you can see it in numbers, you can hear it in the hearing words or a song at the perfect time. And they keep telling you that's not by chance, that's us, and we're trying to tell you we're here, we want to help you, let us help you. And it's just amazing that through Stacie's program, like I'm meeting them, I'm finally meeting like my team who has worked from my birth to this day and will never, I'm getting emotional, and still won't give up on me ever.
yeah.
you know they're there for you every step.
I'm getting emotional too.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I've got little tears going on here. And
Yeah.
it's so true because I always feel like it's me trying to tell everyone how much love there is for
Mm-hmm.
you and how much support there is for you. And there's so many people,
Mm-hmm.
especially in this group, that have gone through some of
Yeah.
these awakening things that feel judged, feel banished from their
Mm-hmm.
families or their friends, feel like they're an outsider or they don't fit in or something's wrong with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it is on the contrary. When I tap into your spirit team, when I give readings with you, when I am just hearing what my spirit team has to say, just like what you said, Penny, when you tapped
Mm-hmm.
in and you heard this message for everyone, I cannot express the love. It's like I try so hard to say how full my
Mm-hmm.
heart is, and I want to get emotional because it's such beauty and
Mm-hmm.
such amazing fulfillment of love that you don't really feel
Yeah.
here on this earth. And for you to express that, it was so awesome that it wasn't coming from me this time. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, thank you.
It is, and it's a joy. Like anytime I meditate now and connect with them, the love that they send, there is no earthly feeling that I can put to it. I mean, it's like the most overwhelming joy to the point where you don't know what to do with yourself. You almost feel like you could take off like a rocket or explode
Yes.
with love. And it's not, I've never experienced anything that can give
That's
you that
beautiful.
much love and comfort right away. Almost feel like you're in a continuous hug and comfort, and know that these people are like your cheerleaders at all times, like, yes,
Yes.
she hears me and she saw that.
Yes.
And I acknowledge now, I'm very grateful to them, and I acknowledge every single sign. I acknowledge everything, with such a gratitude.
Awesome.
But even the tough stuff, like, emotional things can come up that like I said, we all need healing.
Mm-hmm.
We've all experienced pain in our life, and we hold on to those things, and apparently I have. And
Right?
it's surfacing and it's beautiful. And I'm grateful for even the pain, or
Right.
even remembering and the emotion. I'm grateful for all of it because I know it's releasing, and I
Yes.
would never have been able to do that without you.
Oh,
And because I didn't have the knowledge, I didn't have anybody who could teach me,
right.
to open my chakras, and just not even that, but just to speak to my team and let that team in, and even meeting like all these people that we're working with that are in our group. They're so beautiful, they're all just beautiful and raw, and I love them. I mean, I almost feel like before long they're going to be family on some level. So
Sorry
yeah,
about
I mean,
that. My dog.
this is an incredible journey, and I do feel like I'm transforming into something. I feel like in a way that something's coming, something so much bigger than we are, and like we're supposed to be preparing for something, and I don't know whether
Absolutely.
it's good or bad, but I just know is that even today I really felt strongly that there was a message that something big is coming, be prepared. It's,
Hmm.
and the sensitivity, opening up and being aware is a big part of how we're going to help whatever's
Yes.
coming.
Absolutely. And some of my videos I've made mention of this and I share with you, Penny, in the program is I heard my spirit team say that I am supposed to step up and help in a bigger way. And that's why I created the
Mm-hmm.
program because I'm only one person and I couldn't meet with one person over time, one appointment, one appointment, one appointment. I
Mm-hmm.
needed to meet with larger amount of people and get the word out sooner, quicker, faster.
Yeah.
And so I heard them and I heard that call and I took the step and I went for it. And sometimes I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my gosh, I'm not worthy, or maybe I don't know enough. And my spirit team's like, we've got you. You will be enough. You will
Yes.
be able to give. You will be that person that can teach and get these other people to that next level. And I've
Mm-hmm.
mentioned too in the past that there's like 3 waves coming. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel I'm a part of that first wave that's awakening. And I am responsible to help that second wave, to teach that second wave, so that second wave can teach the third wave in whatever manner that is, whatever they're called to do. And it's part of
Mm-hmm.
their soul purpose.
Yeah.
And so my goal this year is to reach 100 people by the end of this year with the program. And next year, I'm sure they're going to help me make my goal even bigger,
Yay.
which is exciting. And I heard the call, gosh, almost about a year and a half, 2 years ago, that I was supposed to
Wow.
have a spiritual center. And I had a dear friend that actually said, Stacie, you are the spiritual center. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, yeah. Doesn't the divine just make it so much more simpler when we complex like how that's supposed
Yes.
to look? Like I don't really need a building.
No.
And so the tab on my website says spiritual center and
Mm-hmm.
ta-da, here we are. And I'm honored, I'm blessed, I'm wowed every day. And each of you in the
Mm-hmm.
program bring tears to my eyes and fill my heart with such gratitude.
Aw.
And it also allows me to see and be humbled that I am doing what I'm asked to do. And so if you're
Yes.
hearing that call to step up, to play bigger, you gotta take that step because
Mm-hmm.
otherwise you might miss it and it might be years down the road to where you can get into a place to take that step, and you have to step out in faith. And you got to know you're hearing your spirit team. You're seeing
Yes.
synchronicities. You're seeing the signs. You're
Oh
in
yeah.
this group for a reason.
Yeah. And I mean, I still remember the day it popped up in my feed, and I was like, huh? I mean, just like again, nothing happens. And again, I mean, my street team is just kind of like they're just all smiles, like, and again, they're reminding me, everything happens for a reason. Everything you see is meant to be. Everything you experience and go through is an experience that's building you and bringing you closer to something. Like now I haven't. I thought I had an understanding before of what this world was about. It's so much bigger. It's so much bigger. And the understanding of what's really important and what's not important, and that how living in fear is not just a block from your abilities, it's a block from living.
Absolutely.
And that's been a deep thing for me is that, I never thought I was afraid or had fear, but I mean, apparently I do. I mean, I've had blocks that are from fear, but I can already feel just in just like a month it's been, that there's an inner peace and I can control my abilities so much better, to the point that
Yay.
they're actually more aiding me than frustrating me,
Right.
and I can always
And
tell
that's
like,
the common theme in the group is their frustration and the anxiety.
mhm.
And week one, we dive deep into how to handle all of that.
Oh yeah. And the
Mm-hmm.
healing. Oh, I mean, who again? That's a huge one for me. Is just who wouldn't want healing or inner peace? And the inner peace is another thing that's just totally new. That I mean, not that I was like a big mess or anything, but it's just, I just feel like so much has been released. And it's still, I
Right.
mean, I know this is a work in progress, and I still have a long ways to go with releasing. It doesn't just happen. I don't want anybody to think that it just happened overnight. No,
Right.
everything I'm investing, I'm
Uh-huh.
working hard to do it. I mean, it's not just going to happen. I mean, you have to really want and work for it.
Right.
And it's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful emotion when you realize that you're like, ooh, that is no longer going to be carried around anymore. That's gone. That's a weight off my shoulders. And
That's a
just
big win.
the love, and again, the love and the release of all of that is just,
Beautiful.
it's
That's
beautiful. It's
beautiful.
huge.
That is huge. Well, if you
Yeah.
were to give one little last advice or tip or insight, what would that be to these beautiful souls that are watching?
Join us. You have to.
Yay.
I just feel like I'm just, in a way, your life depends on it. And I mean, I just mean that in the nicest way possible, not like in a creepy way, but just your life. I mean, if you want to have a happy, fulfilling, understanding life, I mean, part of it is knowing yourself, your inner peace, and that, again, this world is so much bigger than what you see. And you won't realize it until you join this and you start opening doors, and these doors were always meant to be open, but we've had just, so society helps you have blocks, it shuts things on you, makes you think things that aren't true, and it's just, it's beautiful. And opening those doors just opens up a whole new world, and the love that's been wanting to reach you, to heal you, give you understanding on so many different levels. That's like, I just feel like why would you not want to join this and be a part of it? I mean, and like I said, I do believe there's waves. I strongly today had a strong feeling, like when I was meditating, not only did I get the message about, the source wanting you to know that I know your every step, your every breath, and everything I do, I'm doing for you. So that you know that you're not alone here. And so many people do feel alone here, and you're absolutely not. And he gave you a whole team of spirits, and you chose some of them yourself
Right?
before coming here, that you wanted to help you when you were here, because this is like, to me, school. I feel like I came here to learn, and prove that I can be a part of this light and source. And I'm doing it. I'm learning, and the doors are flying open. And I just feel like I just feel like, join us. We're all beautiful souls that are in this group. We care about each other, and we're helping each other, keep, getting, opening, ascending, and ascending to where we need to be. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to see where I go and what I do with this
Yeah,
knowledge. I just can't wait, because
me
I just
too. Well,
know that there's no limit.
we're going to have you back on when you finish the program because I just am so blown
Yay!
away with how much success you've had in the first 2.5, almost 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And to see how much you've transformed now and to see how much you've transformed after the 9 weeks. Oh, so I hope that you
Yay!
will come back on
I will.
when you've finished because I know that they're going to want to hear your success.
Yay!
And I appreciate you being on tonight and I appreciate you being in my life. And
Aw, ditto.
I know that somewhere along the soul contract line, you and I agreed that we were
Mm-hmm.
going to be a teacher-student kind of
Yep.
relationship, and it happened in divine timing and just how it was supposed to happen. So
Yeah,
I know
everybody, you got
that,
to make that call and talk to Stacie, and you'll just know that you've met her before. You are destined to talk to her, that you are destined to be taught and awaken and ascend to something so much bigger than yourself. I promise me, talk to her. It'll
yay,
change your
thank
life
you.
forever.
I am doing discovery calls leading right into that. Thank you, Penny. I have a very full couple of days coming up doing discovery calls, and some of you beautiful souls I see that are watching, I'm going to be talking with a couple of you even But if you're watching for the first time or for the 10th time and something strikes a chord in you and you're like, I think I need to check this out, send me a private message in the Facebook group. I'm all over Facebook. I'm all over everywhere. So just send me a private message. I'll get you some details. The discovery call is free. It's complimentary. It's about 30 minutes. I'll send you some questions ahead of time so you can answer them, which will help our call be a little bit shorter and also give me an idea of where you're at and what you're struggling with or what you're wanting help with. Because the program is not for everyone, and we want to make sure that it's a good fit for you. And so I don't want you to take it if it's totally not a good fit for you, and that might be the case. And I just really want to be true to what you need. And so that's why we have a call. So private message me if you're wanting to set up a call, and we'll do that. So again, thank you, Pennie. Angel kisses
Love
to
ya.
all of you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. And we hope that each and every one of you have a blessed evening, and we'll talk with y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Yay. Bye.